Hello, what is going on, everyone? Good evening. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this episode today, on Sunday, this good rainy Sunday, we are going to get into a couple different topics. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about the price ranges that we think Bitcoin is going to go to. We are going to see where that bucket of water is going to be funneling out into the next bucket of crypto coins, and where we want to be putting our bets in, and where I'm looking to put in my next trades. And I want you to stick with me to the very end of this video because we're going to be covering a lot of different topics. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first, we're going to get into the price action of Bitcoin. So right now, Bitcoin is sitting at $37,500. So we hit another local top, which was at 38,400, and we got rejected. And you can see here, I kind of drew a little bit of a pattern here of where we had three different rejections on this above 38,000. So this is key here. This is key. So watching these rejections happen is seeing how far we get rejected to the downside. So we get up to 38,000, and then we retrace, a good 8%. We get up to 38,000, and then we retrace almost another 8%, but this time it was 6%. And then we get up to 38,400 again. But this time, we only retrace 3%. But you see the pattern here. The pattern that I'm seeing is that we go 10, 6, 3. Are we going to see a leg down, up, going down to 6% right here? You know, if we see a pattern here, 1, 2 on the downside, going below the 20 SMA here, because right now we're trading below the 20 SMA in the Bollinger Band. We already hit down on the bottom of the band, and this was just a few days ago, or actually just today. Just today, and then we went as high as 37.7, and then now we're sitting at this pinnacle level. So what does this mean for altcoins? So with altcoin movements, I think we can see a potential of money going from Bitcoin when people start taking their profits, and you can see that the altcoin market is doing something kind of interesting. You know, we see interesting things like Luna coming back from the dead. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. It just does. It's so mind boggles me that coins like this, or like VGX, and things that are coming out of the woodwork that have been dead and somehow coming back. I think it's people just trying to try and get their bags pumped that still hold a lot of Luna or Luna Classic or anything like that, and then try and bring it back from the dead. But what I think is happening, if you really, really go in and you go, and then, by the way, I'm using Morales money, guys. If you use Morales money, you will know what is happening on the fly on these chains while it's happening. So you see here, we got Illuvium. Now, this is on Ethereum. We got Chainlink, and look, we got Grok. What the Grok is going on? So when we see price movements in the market and Bitcoin being a little volatile, we see things like Grok having a move of 60%, up 60%. So we see that this coin moved from its bottom all the way up to the top and moved a good 2,000%. And then it actually retraced down 65%. I actually bought this thing at a great price. I saw this and thought, okay, here's the narrative. Here's what we need to be watching right now. We need to be watching these meme coins that are actually pushing good price movement and good volume. And let me see if I can show my entry here. So my entry right here, I saw this nice cup and handle kind of formation happening. And you can see I bought in right here at 1 cent, and then took profit right here. And then I'm actually still in the trade and actually took a little bit of profit up here as well. So you can see And this was just pulling profits from Ethereum. I pulled profits from Ethereum, took a little bit of that trade off, and then moved it into something that I see potential. But the reason why I was able to see that movement was I saw the buy pressure on Morales Money. I saw that we were getting that type of buy pressure that we want to see. We see the holders increasing, and you, by actually being able to see how many holders are in the project, we got over 10,000 holders. The 24-hour volume is looking great, 16 million, and then total market cap is actually 138 million already. With it being such a new project, it's pretty substantial. So it's not like I'm pushing this particular project, because I mean, if you think about it, it's Grok. It's named Grok only by the means of it going off of what XAI has created with its AI killer of ChatGPT and all the other ones like Bard. And Grok is the new pioneering chat prompter for coders, for anything. I mean, AI prompt for and based off the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And so, but this is what crypto does. Crypto, they take this and they go, okay, here's a cool name, I'm gonna make a coin. Here's Grok. It has nothing to do with the particular project. And obviously Elon and X.com and anything affiliated with Elon, they have said that they will not release a cryptocurrency token. They will not do any type of thing. And if you see anything like that, it's a scam. Don't click it. They're not going to do that. And that's actually super bullish for Dogecoin, in my opinion, that they're not going to be involved with creating their own cryptocurrency or stable coin or anything like that. I think that's super, super bullish for Dogecoin. So if you see here, you go to the website and it obviously, it mentions XAI's first product is Grok, a system with a bite of humor. It goes into what Grok is based on and then has a tweet thread from XAI. But it's not affiliated with it at all. It's just by pure namesake and meme worthy topic to be able to create a community around it. So this is what I think a lot of this channel is based on, is finding those narratives and using what I've been calling the little old lady trader strategy in basically building up your trading bag and using the profits that you make on your trades and then put them into a DCA bag of coins that you believe in. So, and my DCA bag, it starts to, and it's funny, it's all ripped up right here because my daughter got a hold of it with some scissors. She was cutting some stuff up and I think the scissors were getting a little wild. So you see here, you got your blue chips, you got Chainlink, you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, you got Matic, Solana, you could toss a bunch of other things in there, but those were the things that I was, off the top of the head was things that I would consider the blue chips. You have your memes. You got Wojak. I've seen, actually had some, some pretty good price movement. I think it's something that could, over time, and I mean, if you just dollar cost average into even meme stuff, sometimes you'd be surprised at what could happen. But you got to be careful with the memes. It's risky casino plays. Pepe, you got Shiba Inu, you got Doge, Volt Inu. So Volt Inu is interesting because it's something that is a fully loaded project that's not a meme. It's just base, it's in a meme category, but they have a debit card, they have NFTs, they have a game, they have a Spark bot, they have a trading bot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with Volt Inu. So that's the kind of stuff you actually want to look at that actually has great community. It has use case, and if it does have good liquidity as well, then there you go. So then you got the metaverse plays. You got ApeCoin, which is kind of like the base coin for all of the ape Bored Ape holders and the Mutant Ape holders for their ecosystem. And so all the people who have those NFTs hold Ape, they stake Ape. It's going to go into the other side, which is their metaverse platform. And so just as a long-term, I think, vision for Ape and what it could be used for could send the price up to where it was close to at their launch price, which was I think about $17 or $15. I think it got up as high as $12 to $15, and then slowly crashed back to $5, and then now is sitting at about $1.70 right now. And then you got Sand, you got Mana, you got Immutable. Sand and Mana, both metaverse plays. Open decentralized world with land and NFT wearables, all kinds of different use cases that you can do in those games. Then you got the exchanges. You got Coinbase stock in itself, and then you got Coinbase's base, their chain. You have Crypto.com, the Crow token. You have BNB, still strong after all of the CZ debacle and them CZ stepping down, taking the hit of the $4.3 billion, possibly having jail time or house arrest, and facing charges from the DOJ, and also Binance having a new CEO now, which he is from the he's from a big World Bank institution. I can't remember exactly, but if we could look it up again. But in either way, BNB is still strong. It's still holding up strong, and I think if they're good with regulation coming into the bull market, into the bull run, Binance.us will actually be a good competitor against Coinbase in the United States. So then we got the NFT. This is a short list. You got Altura, and then you got Blur, which have both had good price movement recently. And then you got the different things that are like stacks of for developers, and so like Optimism, Aptos, Arbitrum. AVAX would be Avalanche would be in that as well. So those are the things that I'm looking at, and so that is what I'm putting on my radar as of now. And so if we look at Bitcoin currently, we see that we have been in this tight ascending wedge, tight ascending triangle right here. And we broke out of it pretty substantially, but then dropped down. And now you see how we have these levels of retest, support, resistance. And the main thing that we really need to look at here is we need to look at, could Bitcoin go into this price box of going back into this $27,000 range? And this is what people are thinking, because this is where we broke out of the range, of this range. And so does this give, sentiment to that price area? Is this what we're thinking as a potential? Or does news completely shatter that when the Bitcoin ETFs get approved, possibly before the end of the year, and then we move up into this price range, which would send us into, if I go on the daily, and then you can see that this would be why we get supported on that price going into those ranges, because we are sitting right now at massive support. And I want to get right in it. So you guys can see it. I want you to see it here. We are sitting at this level right now. We are sitting at this level. Bitcoin is sitting at 37,500 on spot. This is CME futures. But if you look, we could easily have a candle looking like this. We could easily have a candle looking like that. And guys, I'm telling you now, it could be super cycle. This is I think I've been in the markets now long enough that I know that I'm in a new type of market. It's a different type of market. It's a different types of narratives that are coming in, like AI, massive gaming narrative coming in. And then what is going to catalyst that into the money and the institution coming in is the approvals of the Bitcoin ETFs and the Ethereum ETFs. That's going to bring in that cold hard institutional money. And then what we're going to see is that emptying out of Bitcoin profits, where people start to take profits and it starts moving into all of the other things. And then we start to see the altcoin season. And then when altcoin season really starts popping off, that's when we take profits. That's when we're going to start taking profits. We start seeing that everyone starts talking about everything, and your friends start asking you about crypto, and they're wondering what to buy. That's when you need to sell, because that was what was happening to me back in the previous markets, in the previous bull run in 2021, where we got to the top and I started buying because that's what, just being a noob, you're like, okay, I bought the top, and then I was one of those Cardano holders, sadly, that saw Cardano go to $3 and sold more at the bottom than I did at the top, because I didn't understand the mechanisms of those cycles. But I will tell you that I feel like this cycle of the bull run into 2024, into 2025 is going to be different, because there is just something happening. There's something that I'll tell you that Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy knows, that's something that we all don't know as the normies. The dude has just had something on his radar for a long time, and I will show you here. This is clear fact that the Bitcoin strategy works, and you can see that their price valuation of stock on MicroStrategy went from a valuation of $159 to its peak of $1,300 when they implemented their Bitcoin strategy. It brought their stock at a valuation of over 700%. That's insane, guys. So 700%, they implement Bitcoin on their balance sheet and start dollar cost averaging heavily, and they increase their company by just an insane amount, just like 100x'd it, essentially. So this is what I'm seeing as a potential price movement for MicroStrategy for coming up into the next Bitcoin halving. And the next Bitcoin halving is coming up, guys, in 140 days. It's coming up in 140 days, guys. 140 days, we are coming up into the Bitcoin halving, and we are going to be seeing some insane things happening when it comes into those days, guys. So, all right, with that being said, I hope I gave you enough alpha and information. I taught you how to use Morales money. I showed you Bitcoin TA. I showed you some strategies. The little old lady trader strategy, I'm coining that as my Dano Crypto trader strategy that is going to get and turn my $30 that I got out of the little old lady purse, and I'm going to turn that into $100,000. All right, guys, I want you to be on this journey with me. I want you to hit the subscribe button. I want you to hit the bell to be notified. I want you to smash and obliterate the like button for me so we can get the algorithm pumping for crypto, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.